I believe in you.
Get her notebook.
No, you guys keep throwing me off.
Guys,
Yeah.
let her think, please. Go ahead. What's a better comparison you think?
Instead of a man getting ready, maybe like a man showing a better feminine traits than getting ready. I feel like getting ready is not a feminine trait. I would say maybe asking the girl to pay for everything. Like that would be a feminine trait that a lot of women have a problem with. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me here, but I feel like getting ready isn't that big of a deal. You look good, babe.
This.
Like, okay.
All right, you're using a more nuanced thing. Okay, cool. How would you feel about a guy asking you to pay for dates all the time? Would that
I would
annoy
feel
you?
like that's a feminine trait. Yeah, that
would
would
that annoy you?
irritate me. But I also don't
Fucking
think
fantastic. We're annoyed by you guys arguing with us. like, it doesn't matter.
So
Like, bro.
only men argue. Men are argumentative and problematic.
No.
That's what I was asking.
Being problematic is a man trait.
That was my first
got
question.
Got it, girls. Got one
No,
point.
it's because when you, as a woman, right, when you're with your partner and you're arguing with him, what you're essentially doing is you're challenging his masculinity to some degree.
Oh, you want an understanding?
That is why, right, men don't like argumentative and disagreeable women, because that is a masculine trait,
That
and
was
men
my
don't
first
like
question.
that. So I guess for
Well, it
you,
goes against the
getting dressed
masculine
isn't that
trait,
important
is
to
really
you.
what
Like,
it
to you,
is.
look at it like, okay, it's not that negative. Okay, then we can go ahead and switch it up. He asked you to pay for dates. That would be a feminine trait that you would not like. Cool. That same level of disgust that you have for him saying pay for the date, that's how we feel about arguing with y'all all the time. Does that work out for you?
All right, sure.
What the fuck?
Every time, roll over,
Listen.
show the belly.
I swear to God.
It's like beating a dead horse.
Tip
I'm over
$50.
it.
Yeah.
It's not beating a dead horse, it's that we had to
1980
use
ranted
a
from
very...
Rumble
My
and
bad.
says this panel full of airheads.
like
Colombian
talking to a
Bimbo
brick
2
wall.
down from Fresh is a prime example of how Western culture pollutes the mindset of women from traditional countries. MLD, I'm sorry, but there's nothing here.
Oh, he means you.
Okay.
I love
so
London.
what do you mean? How's it how's it talking to a brick wall when I have to understand your argument to be able to refute it and respond to you?
He's giggling. It's like it's you're not understanding where I'm coming from. is
I
what I'm
absolutely
saying.
understand. Why do you think I was able to ask you the question and rephrase it for you?
Rephrase it for me.
Yeah, I said, okay, cool. The guy wants you to pay for dates. Let's switch it around to your worldview. Does that annoy you?
agree to disagree. I don't think that being argumentative is a masculine trait. I feel like that's just a person
That's
in
a
general.
human
Like that's a
okay.
human trait.
When you argue,
My point.
right, all the time, that means you're disagreeable.
Disagreeable,
correct?
which is a masculine trait.
All
But
the
when
time.
men disagree with men, is that masculine?
Yes.
Okay, valid.
Yes.
So when y'all argue with each other, it's
As
not
a matter of
feminine.
fact, again, I wrote a book on this. A big reason why men make more money than women in general is because men are less agreeable. They're more disagreeable. So if you're more disagreeable, you're more willing to go to the boss and say, I need a raise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I need to make more money. They're more willing to negotiate for better wages than women are. Being disagreeable is inherently a masculine trait.
Okay.
So when
So
we
what about-
disagree for money and we want a higher raise, that's a problem. That's a masculine trait. So we shouldn't do that.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying it is a masculine trait.
But
though.
you said you don't like that.
Men don't like masculine women, no.
So you wouldn't like if a woman was like, "Hey, I want a raise. We should just not talk."
You're not.
How you convey to your employer versus your man are two different things.
yeah.
I'm not your boss.
Yeah.
Well, in
But
household,
isn't
yes, but
that
not.
the example that he used was saying that they can get a higher salary because they talk to their boss. They're more
Yeah, but
demanding.
that's a workplace example versus a home example.
But so it's different if we do it with each other than other people. It's not masculine if you do it with other people. It's only masculine when you do it in a relationship.
It
Right.
still is, but you're missing the
But does
point here.
that bother you?
You're
Yeah.
missing the whole point here.
Yes.
So we shouldn't ask for a raise. I'm confused. So should we speak up or should we shut up?
How you're using the disagreeableness in this is out of context, because you're saying I'm going to be disagreeable to get a raise, and we're talking about within the context of a relationship, which are two different use cases for disagreeableness.
What if a man
Okay,
lacks
but-
that?
Wait, does that make sense to you? First of all,
Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Mikey.
What if a man lacks that?
Lex, what?
The disagreeableness that y'all are saying. Does
That's
that make
on
him less masculine?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So because he's what if he's like
Well,
a
some
calm
men like
he's
being more submissive too. So
Yeah,
then the
like,
woman
what-
is
Gonna
the
make him
masculine
feel
and
sense.
the
That's the guys who
feminine.
watch your
what
shit.
if what if he's like more calm? Like what if that's just his demeanor? You know, does it make him less masculine because
Controlling your emotions and being controlling your emotions versus being disagreeable are two completely different traits.
Okay.
Okay, I guess what I'm trying to say is because you just said something about when a man and a man is arguing, then like basically like that's okay. What if he's not one of those men that enjoys arguing or like to argue or can use arguing as a thing? Like what if he that's just not him?
What is
Does that make him less masculine? Because
What this is not about man being masculine.
they're-
I'm trying to figure out.
They're talking about like relationships.
I'm
so
trying
it's
to
like
figure.
woman
Okay,
between
so
a man,
I'm
and
trying to
then
figure
you're
out
talking about
in a
man.
relationship when the man does not argue, does that make him less masculine? And is it okay for the woman to be more masculine now because
technically,
he
I mean,
doesn't
if the
he
woman's
doesn't argue?
arguing and he's not,
Like, what if
then-
that balances the relationship? Now, is it wrong because she's masculine? Like, that's what I'm trying to ask. Like,
Yeah, I
let's
think it's
clarify
on
that.
the,
Well, I
like,
just think in a general sense of things, men do not want a woman with masculine traits because they are heterosexual.
I mean,
what
they're
about
just
the ones
clash.
that
I
do?
mean, you're just
opposite.
gonna end up clashing.
what about the ones that
Let
do?
him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead.
I said in a general statement, in a general sense. The majority of men are looking for women with feminine traits, because that's the opposite of what men are.
I understand that, but what I'm asking is, what about the men that are
Are what?
looking for the masculine women? What's so wrong with women being masculine to
Because
the
again,
one?
you let me answer before you go down. Before you go down. Okay.
All right.
Okay. In a general sense of things, the majority of men are looking for feminine women
Where's
with
the
feminine
statistics
traits.
on this?
Right.
What majority is this?
Where do you
Everyone
want
in
to start?
this room.
Like, I want to know.
Where's the majority of men looking for masculine women?
You know,
I don't- I
Here,
never
this is how
said
you
that. I
refute
don't
her,
know.
her argument. Okay, let's say there are men out there looking for masculine women. Do you want those niggas? Do you want those guys that will sit there and let the woman be the leader and be the provider
And you gotta
and
pay?
be the decision maker? Do you want that guy? No? Do you want that guy?
I don't know.
That's going to let
Honestly,
you
I
be the
don't know.
leader and you're going to be the boss and making the decisions? You want that guy? Do you want that
Like
guy?
at times
I
it
want it
should
to be
be.
a shared
But they want to
I feel
run
like
their
at
mouth
times it
for the
should be.
fucking
Do
small.
you want that guy that's going to let you be the boss and tell him what to do?
I like a provider.
Okay. What about you? What about you?
Not you just.
Do you want a guy that, okay. What about you?
Finish.
What about you?
I feel like at times it should be.
real quick though.
I feel like
hold
at
on.
times it should.
So look, so you don't even want that guy. None of the girls on the panel want that guy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, I feel like it should be an equal thing in a relationship. At times, it should be okay for your woman to speak up, and it should not be a problem. It should not make her disagreeable because she's speaking up. I feel like it should be
Where
an
are we saying
understanding.
women should never speak up?
Okay, I can say something,
Yeah, it doesn't mean she
from-
can at all.
I could say something what I've been told too. Like we have a very very right strategy of feminine and masculine when I raised, right? And woman is the neck, and man is the head. It's not necessarily to yell to prove your point. You have to be just very wise. Stand next to him, inspire and guide